Hi there, I'm Marlon Harrison, the founder and editor-in-chief of the Autoethnographer literary and arts magazine. And in this short video, I just wanted to answer the question, what is autoethnography? Well, I'm going to be reading from a great article we have published on the front page of our website at theautoethnographer.com. And this article is called, What is Autoethnography? How can I learn more? And this is right from the front page of our website. So autoethnography is a method of qualitative inquiry. Let's just stop right there. Qualitative inquiry. You might remember quantitative, quantity, qualitative, quality. So when we do research, some folks may be interested in frequencies of behavior, how often do you do something, rate how strongly you agree, whereas qualitative asks for experiences quite often in a participant's own words, okay? So we're keeping in mind that qualitative has to do with lived experiences, emotions, memories, opinions, whereas quantitative often asks more about frequencies. It's a numerical way of summarizing data. Okay, autoethnography is a method of qualitative inquiry that unites autobiography with ethnography. Okay, autobiography, writing stories about one's lived experience. Ethnography, cultural study. Okay, so let's put this all together. Autoethnography is a method of qualitative inquiry that unites autobiography, telling about one's life, and ethnography, studying culture. How do we do this? We do this by utilizing evidence from our lived experience. Evidence that can speak to the cultural issue or phenomenon that we're interested in exploring. For example, in the autoethnographer.com, you'll find an article titled The Closet in the Classroom. And this short autoethnography responds to the question, what was it like being a queer gaijin sensei, which means foreign teacher, at the turn of the millennium in Western Japan? So I lived in Japan for a very long time as a teacher. I found it to be quite a cultural learning experience in terms of how to construct a teacher identity. So I perform autoethnography because I am reflecting on my lived experience. I'm using stories from my past as a way to research ethnography, cultural phenomenon. The cultural phenomenon is being an outsider, being a Westerner, moving to Japan, and the process of acculturation, right, and acclimation. That's the phenomenon I'm interested in. So how does my lived experience, how does my story give us information or insight about that cultural issue, right? So in The Closet in the Classroom, I retell key moments from my experiences in my early days in Japan, and I use story to report my cultural experience. It presents my anxieties, my choices, the progress that I made, understanding how to construct, reveal, and perform a queer sexual identity in light of my developing teacher identity. So this is another aspect of the cultural inquiry, right? The ethnography, because we're asking the question, how do members of the LGBTQIA community construct a teacher identity in a classroom? Moreover, how do we do that when we're living in a foreign culture where we have really no experience or knowledge of that culture? So autoethnography requires evidence, and there are many ways we can craft evidence. In my article, I used storytelling or narrative inquiry as a form of evidence, right? There are many ways you can craft evidence: poetry, dance, photography, art, sculpture. You see, this list can be endless. Recipes and food can be evidence, cultural evidence, right? So there are many different ways that we can perform autoethnography in terms of how we utilize evidence. And though I suggested that autoethnographies are typically a researcher or author researching their own lived experience, autoethnography has variations. Duoethnography looks at the contrasts, similarities, and differences between two stories, for example. For example, a multi-voiced autoethnography can have multiple authors performing autoethnography and sharing their different stories. So research over the last 4 decades, such as many of the resources you'll find in this article, has illustrated how autoethnography is a powerful tool for critical, cultural, personal, even professional reflection and expression. And I believe that autoethnographic creative expression can educate, heal, inspire, illuminate, challenge. So we welcome you to the Autoethnographer Literary and Arts Magazine and hope you'll take a look around. Again, this conversation that I'm having in today's video, you can learn more by going to the front page, the Auto, A-U-T-O, ethnographer.com. Right down about halfway, you'll see, what is autoethnography? How can I learn more? Come join us. Thanks for watching.